What is going on out there, YouTube? John back again. Hope you guys are enjoying your Christmas and hope you guys are getting ready to enjoy this great new year. I am back with a small LaserDisc update. Finally actually got a couple of discs around from a lot of LaserDisc Forever members, and finally figured I'd have enough ammo behind the gun, so to speak, to actually show you guys a proper update video. I'm actually going to be shooting 2 more videos after this. I'm going to be doing a couple of Blu-ray spotlight reviews. But I figured for the LaserDisc Forever page, I want to get this one out of the way, and if you guys want to check out the Blu-ray reviews, you guys can, check those out when this video is over. But anyway, let's kick it off first with Peter B. Cardi. Got a bunch of good stuff from him. Ended up getting Quest for Fire. Haven't actually gotten a chance to check this one out yet, but I hear it's a pretty good movie. Jean-Jacques Sano, has Ron Perlman in it. There's one of, I can't remember, Everett McGill is in this from People Under the Stairs, Twin Peaks, so been wanting to check this one out just on the strength of the cast. This one been wanting to see for a while, one of the best canon films ever made, Barfly. DVD's been long out of print, but when I had an opportunity to get it on LaserDisc, I jumped on it. It's actually a really good movie. Mickey Rourke gives a very crazy performance, as does Faye Dunaway, and it's actually pretty funny, pretty entertaining, so it's a pretty good flick. This one been wanting to check out too for a while, Screamers. Never actually seen it, but based off the cast, Peter Weller, he's in this. That's pretty much all I need to say. It's freaking RoboCop, so there you go. This one, another one I haven't seen, but I remember seeing the trailers for this on a bunch of tapes I rented when I was a kid, and it's Snow White, A Tale of Terror, so really looking forward to checking that one out. This one I have seen, and Peter ended up getting this, and he said, yeah, I don't want this one, you can have it, and of course I was hopping on this one. Class of 1984, this movie is a frickin' classic. One of Michael J. Fox's very first performances is in this. This movie is so crazy, it is insane, but it is so entertaining. The acting is really good. I love the way this movie ends. It's just a phenomenal flick. If you've never seen it, check it out. Great movie. This one's what we call the Lost John Landis flick. Into the Night. Now, I haven't actually seen this all the way through. I just know it has Jeff Goldblum and Michelle Pfeiffer, and they're doing their thing in the movie again. Never seen it, so couldn't tell you about it, but one movie I've been wanting to check out for a while, so glad he had that one. This one looked pretty interesting, just because it had Tim Curry on the cover, Pass the Ammo. That's the only reason I picked this one up, and it looks pretty cool, so why not? This one I have seen. I really did enjoy this one. Swing Shift has Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell. This is like their first movie they ever did together, and by doing this movie they ended up getting married and everything. So there's a really good flick about the people behind the scenes during World War II who actually were working in the munitions plants and everything like that. So really good movie. Coming up on one of the worst movies of 1997, so I'm told anyway, The Postman, Kevin Costner. Never seen it, but always been wanting to check it out, so why not? If I'm going to check it out for my first time, why not let it be on LaserDisc? So there you go. This is coming up on a few of the last ones here. This one just looked interesting. Stormy Monday. Never heard of it. Couldn't tell you anything about it. Literally bought this just for the fact that its movie was made by Mike Figgis, and he also made Leaving Las Vegas, which is another really good movie. So just bought it on the strength of that. Someone on the page the other day said they were going to watch this movie, and it looked pretty interesting. I remember hearing about it, but wanted to check it out. Other People's Money. Hey, it's Danny DeVito flick. I'll check it out. Why not? Looks pretty interesting. This one I remember seeing when I was a kid, but I don't remember too much about it. But, again, wanted to check this one out anyway. Stranded. One of the, a New Line Cinema production, done shortly after, I think this was done right around Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3 era. So this is when they were finally branching out from the house that Freddy built, so to speak, to do their own productions that they didn't need Freddy to make money, basically. All right, this one finally got my hands on this one. Been seeing copies, people have been putting them on the LaserDisc page, and I keep missing copies, but finally got one. The cover's a little bit ratty, but the disc is in good shape. Finally got Nash of the Universe. Again, Canon flick. This is one of the reasons Canon ended up folding, because, this had a really big budget, and unfortunately it didn't even make its money back. But I still like the movie. It was a childhood favorite, and I still think it's a good movie. Dolph Lundgren is nowhere near as bad as people make him out to be. They did the best what they had. Frank Langella is amazing in his role as Skeletor, and that's one of the reasons why I love this movie to death. So, this was the last one I got from Peter. Very pleased that he had this one. Been after this one for a while. Finally got Soldier with Kurt Russell. Really good, underrated Paul Anderson movie. So, this is a really good flick. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Awesome, awesome movie. Great AC3 soundtrack too, by the way. Coming up next, I'm my buddy Brad Sisko. Me and him are doing some trading right now. Like, he's trading me discs so he can get one of my extra players that I have. And luckily he tossed me this so I could upgrade my old analog sound copy. Finally got a copy of Howard Duck. This one's, again, same as the other one, same transfer. This just has digital sound versus the other one. This is analog sound, so been wanting to get a digital sound version of this. So, and this one, another underrated funny horror flick from the 80s, Student Bodies. This movie is like literally the precursor to the Scary Movie franchise. This was literally the first comedy horror film. It was a parody, more or less, I should say. It was a parody of slashers and everything. This is a really, really funny movie. It is out on Blu-ray, so you don't need to go track it on the Laserdisc. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Well worth your time. Next person, my good friend Kevin Michael Stewart finally got me a copy of Mom on Laserdisc. Now, this was a movie I haven't seen until recently, and I'm glad I finally checked it out. This movie is so awesome, just literally about this old lady who becomes a werewolf, and her son is trying to prevent her from killing people, pretty much. This is such a good movie. I'm glad I finally have it in the collection. And lastly, from him, got The Exorcist 3. Not the greatest sequel, but 100 times better than The Exorcist 2. The original director's cut is out on Blu-ray. Haven't seen it yet, but I do like the original theatrical cut. Very, very good movie. And this one, severely, severely underrated. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. And unfortunately, like I said, there's a short update video, guys. I hate to do this to you, but like I said, still been slow around here. Finally got one of the last of my Phantasm movies that I needed to get, and it was the hardest one to find, but it finally popped up on eBay for a good 40 bucks, and of course I snatched it. Phantasm Oblivion. Not the greatest movie. I have not seen Ravager yet, but Phantasm's still the best. I mean, it literally goes from best to worst with the Phantasm series. Like, 1's the best, 2's really good, 3's good, then 4's like meh, and I hear Ravager's like not that great either, but hey, I'm gonna get Ravager as soon as that box set comes out, so only time will tell. So there it is, guys. That is the Laserdisc update for the month of December. So hopefully we'll get some more stuff coming in here, but like I said, been pretty dry. Ain't been eyeing too much stuff. Finally had enough to do a video for you guys. So on that note, stay tuned for the 2 Blu-ray Spotlight reviews, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. And as always, keep it spinning. Talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.